We are rolling along here, and we are on the Big Show versus Erick Rowan Steel Stairs match. The reason why this pay-per-view went from TLC to TLCS, and I don't know if they're going to continue this in the future, but I actually felt that this was a pretty decent match. Surprised that these two guys that really, aren't, the most agile in the ring or anything. Erick Rowan's never been some guy that I've been too fond of, and the steel steps situation, I figured they wouldn't be able to get shit out of that, but they pulled a pretty interesting match out. I'll give them credit for that. I liked the what Michael Cole referred to as a stair bowling situation, where they stacked up all the steps together and basically just like tackled each other through them. Yeah, that was kind of fun. It's a shame that Erick Rowan lost, but it's even more of a shame that Erick Rowan has lost multiple times since then. They kind of made it like a point that he's not winning anything right now, so that's a little odd. But I guess they're just doing this to build up Big Show for Roman Reigns, and you know what? Nobody can win everything, so if Rowan's got to take the hit, he's got to take the hit. So I actually give this segment a thumbs up compared to pretty much a lot of the other kind of stuff on the card. So take that for what it's worth. What did you guys think about this, Drew?
So, remember last week when I just complained about Big Show because he fucking sucks? Yeah, I was just really pissed off about this match.
It really, offended you?
It didn't offend me. Like, I'm not fucking Sean. He just, will freak out for no fucking reason. But I didn't like the match. I don't like Big Show winning. And I was kind of disappointed because I actually thought Erick Rowan was actually getting interesting for once in a blue moon. Who actually thought that Erick Rowan was going to get pushed in some capacity? Or at least got a character of some sort.
I don't know, guys. They're getting ready for that Big Show push of 2015.
So I know. I can't wait to watch
Rising
Big
star,
Show.
blue chipper, that Big Show.
The Big Show's going to do really good. Then he's going to face John Cena in a steel cage match or something. And then it's not going to matter anymore. So I'm just not looking forward to anything Big Show does. He's kind of like Mark Henry at this point. They do nothing. And fuck, Mark Henry hasn't done anything since Survivor Series, hasn't he? So, yeah, fuck Big Show. Yeah, that sucks.
Peyton?
It was a fine, dumb match, I guess. I don't know. It was a dumb gimmick. I don't really particularly want to see it happen again. I think it's stupid to not have had Erick Rowan win. I mean, you have an opportunity to build a guy here that people are actually kind of responding to, and you choose the Big Show. A very questionable decision. Another one of the just many throughout this pay-per-view that make me scratch my head and wonder what the hell they're thinking inside this company. Neither of these guys went out there and impressed me with their performance. I mean, it just passed time. It wasn't overly offensive. I mean, I guess if there was like a real stairs fight in real life, I guess this is what it would be like. So. That's all I got to say about that.
Genitalia.
That bar is getting awfully crowded with all this stuff. Miguel, what did you think about the Steel Steps match?
I don't remember anything from this matchup. All I remember is a lot of Irish whips into Steel Steps, and that's about it. I'm not surprised that Big Show won because I figured Cena was gonna go over. So I figured to balance it out, they would have the heel go over in this one, and that's exactly what they did. I mean, I don't know why they're pushing Erick Rowan. I guess somebody needs to be pushed, and why push Luke Harper? So it is what it is. Like I said, I barely remember anything except a lot of Irish whips, and hey, if that's your thing, fine. This matchup was gonna suck, and it must have if I don't remember anything about it.
There's one other thing that I remember that stood out that I thought was fucking funny. Big Show, for some reason, unzipped Rowan's jumpsuit, and he didn't really do anything. Like, he didn't, start chopping him a whole bunch of times or something like that. But pretty much right after that, Rowan was, off on his own, and he just, casually zipped it back up. He was, I don't know, shy about it or something. Kind of like if somebody were to tell him that his fly was open or whatever. And I thought it was really bashful and fucking interesting.
It adds a layer to the Erick Rowan character.
Right, we joked for so long that he's got this massive fucking wedgie in those jumpsuits, and now it's like this other, the flip side of it is like, it's got to be zipped up. I don't want people to see my bare chest.
It's such terrible fucking ring gear.
It really is
Fuck,
awkward. When they switch his character around, like he should have gotten some new threads.
I'm waiting for the day they switch out Luke Harper's because I'm tired of the constantly dirty T-shirt and
One day they'll
the
just wash it.
flannel.
I'm
Yeah,
just disappointed that
You don't remember when they had that match with, I think it was with either the Shield or the Usos? It was a tag match, and like Luke Harper came out with like a fresh shirt. It was like fucking amazing. Like it blew our minds. It was so white.
I'm
Yeah,
actually disappointed that he didn't like stain the fucking IC title. It's like the one thing I'm disappointed with.
what? Just rub feces all over it?
Well, he all that stain on his shirt. You think it'd rub off on something, and that white IC title does look like it could use a little stain on it.
I mean, if someone was really walking around with an IC title, that's probably what it'd be like.
Yeah, I mean, especially if you're pretty dirty.
Wow, 2 segments in a row, Peyton. You don't even let the joke breathe.
No, how can it breathe when it's around Luke Harper?
Oh, because the kids.
Maybe that's why Rowan had to unzip. He was just like, "Oh man, this is I gotta get some air here."
No, I figured his wedgie just needed some relief. So if he unzipped it for a while, it made it loose for a little bit for a couple of minutes, and he was good to go. So he zipped it back up.
After a while, you get hemorrhoids if you don't loosen it up a bit.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why you should do this again, WWE Week, for gems like that in the middle of this match.
So we're talking about a match? That
Yeah,
was fucking dumb.
this was a match.
Well, yeah, this was definitely a match.
So funny enough, we've got
By
5
definition,
more
it
matches
was,
to
yeah.
talk about.
Oh my
Do you-
god.
Do any
Yeah.
of these matches have a shot?
No,
Can
I
we
think
just
it's a
light?
question.
Can we just lightning round them in the next segment and just be like, "This happened, sucked."
You
moving
know
on.
what? Can we just quick draw them? Like steal something from the post show?
Can we just fire Drew, and then it'll happen much quicker?
Well, we've got the tables match coming up in the next part. Seth Rollins versus John Cena.